Let's imagine that civilization completely collapses. Electricity goes out, we cannot turn it back on, and there was an extinction level event to take place. Really bad stuff. But let's imagine that you survived the initial devastation of whatever it was, and you're surviving with a group of people, and things are going pretty good for you, all things considered, and you build your tribe and adapt to your new, more primitive world. But you still retain all the knowledge you currently have. Time goes by, you would grow older, and new children are born into this world. And there you are one day, sitting by the campfire, telling all of these young children of the times before. And out of nowhere, randomly one day, unexpected, a military plane screeches across the sky from horizon to horizon. And you had no idea anyone still had the ability to fly them. It's been so long since you've seen one. And now here you are, trying to explain to these terrified children who have never seen a plane before as to what a plane is. You explain what it's made of, its function, its history, to the best of your understanding, and let's say you draw a picture for them, to the best of your capabilities on whatever material you had available to you, because all these children would have ever seen was this mysterious small-winged thing roaring across the sky. Time goes by, and you, along with everyone else who knows what a plane is, would eventually die. And now here are these children, and their children, explaining to their grandchildren as to what a plane is to their best memory from what you told them. And thankfully, they have your drawing, because now there's no visual in the sky. Well, this story of a plane that you have constructed and put an image to now gets passed down from generation to generation by this ever technologically devolving and understanding group of people for 12,000 years. And by the end of those 12,000 years, the picture you had drawn is long gone. Your image and name have been changed in some way, more than likely deified, and the plane flying overhead has become a fire-breathing dragon. Your original description of a plane has been completely warped into this mythological story that doesn't make any sense anymore by itself, because it is just the frantic attempt to remember the previous story of a 12,000-year-long telephone game. And this would explain the confusion, contradiction, and mysticism behind all of the ancient stories our species have been passing down for thousands and thousands of years, because this is just our attempt to remember our ancestors' stories. So instead of arguing with who has the correct story like we've been doing for thousands of years, we should back up and view all of these ancient myths at the same time, to where we can now find and make the connections in which they all share. For an example, the biblical flood, the Noah's Ark narrative. Well, not only is this a cataclysmic, world-destroying flood myth, but so is the story of Atlantis. And there are hundreds, if not thousands at one point, of these world-ending flood myths all across the planet from every continent and culture. And these stories are the PTSD memory of that horrific event 12,000 years ago when the glaciers melted, peeking its way out from behind the shadows of myth.